Welcome to The Common Fan, your go-to podcast for SEC smack talk, top 25 game day predictions, and fan-first football takes in college or the NFL. Here is your host, Bryce Tillman. So grab a drink, pull up a chair, and let's talk ball.
What's up, everybody? It's another episode of The Common Fan. I'm your host, Bryce Tillman, co-host Cameron Williams, and it is week 0. We are kicking it off overseas in Dublin, Ireland with the Kansas State Wildcats going against Iowa State. I think it's Cyclones. I'm not sure, but top 25 matchup. And this is going to be a phenomenal Big 12 matchup overseas. And Cameron, I voiced my opinion on it. I don't like football being overseas, but I don't care if it's a week earlier and that means we get to watch it. Let's watch it.
Yeah, week 0. This is week 0. So not only do we get Dublin, but we do get some games in the United States here. And since the SEC, well, not just the SEC, but since the national championship, I have been waiting for this day to come back around. So it's here, the week's here, and now all this preseason talk, it is time to put up or shut up, and let's see what everybody's got.
And I tell you what else I like too, and if a football fan like yourself and like people that are listening to the show can relate to it, I like a good old coming back off a dynamic weekend, watching a good old Monday night football game. But them Tuesday night games or them Wednesday night action games, man, they just hit a little different every now and then. Where you just sit down, got you a nice little chicken sandwich or a burger or something, and you just turn on that action. And, man, those are always some thrilling games. But this game right here is really the kickoff for everybody, right? Kansas State with Avery Johnson coming in, man. They are at a 3.5-point favorite in this game this Saturday, August 23rd. Cam, when you look at Avery Johnson, right, he's a dynamic athlete. Tons of potential behind him. And, I mean, his future could be bright. But he's got to turn it on this season. And to me, when I look and I break down Avery Johnson, and I look at the dual threat that he is, I mean, he can sling the football. He can run the football. He has good quarterback vision. But what's his number one problem about it?
He got some turnovers, right?
Yes, sir. He has got turnover problems. And now, look, every quarterback turns the ball over at times. I get it. And but Avery Johnson, it just seems like that at the times that mattered most last year, he was turning the football over in key moments. And that, put Kansas State in a position in a ball game that they somewhat had controlled. And it just went from being controlled to back being a tight ball game again. And to me, this year, Avery's got to do a little bit better job by hanging on to the football, right? I mean, he did throw 10 interceptions in 2024, but the fumbling of the football, I don't have the exact number here, but I can personally remember watching games, watching Avery try to scramble on that outside, and with the ball loose, and it's just getting popped out, like ball control. That's a big thing for me.
Yeah, absolutely. So the first thing that pops out to me is, okay, he had 25 touchdowns, but he had 10 interceptions.
Yep.
So that's more than a third of his passing touchdowns. So that tells me that there is a problem there. Either he makes some bad decisions, of course, or maybe he had a lot of pressure on him last year. Maybe his offensive line wasn't up to par, made some bad decision throws last minute trying to get the ball in play. But I'm with you, man. I think the kid can play, but I think week 1 he's going to be preseason jitters coming in. All the hype's there. First game of the season, they're in Dublin. It's a big atmosphere change for everybody. And I think if he can keep these turnovers down, then they might have a shot.
Well, I'm looking at ESPN. It says he only fumbled the ball one time. That's not true. So I don't know where the exact stat is to look up the number. Not not ESPN didn't say that. I'm sorry, Google said that. So that can't be right, and we'll dive into it. But I'm with you, man. And like we just said, Avery, in order for Kansas State to win this game, he has to control the ball, hold on to it, make the right reads, make the right decisions. But Cameron, overseas in Dublin, in Ireland, this Saturday, the weather conditions for that game are not ideal.
No.
But one, Kansas, and I had to imagine Iowa right now, is probably scorching just like it is in Utah, South Mississippi, South Texas, you name it. Probably not as severe, but I know for a fact that it ain't 66 degrees, and that's what it's going to be in Dublin. 66 for the high, 56 for the low with a 60% chance of rain. And we was talking about it before we started recording. This arena, this football stadium they play in over there, it's not fully covered. It'll protect you if you're sitting in the stands, but that football field's open.
Absolutely, yeah. So open atmosphere, and I'm pretty sure Dublin's known for a little bit of like windy conditions too. So that's a completely different atmosphere than Kansas, I can tell you. But yeah, man, I'm with you. I mean, the only thing that really sticks out though is the amount of attempts this guy has at throwing the ball. That dude's thrown. He's threw in 2024 372 attempts. So he's not scared to throw it. So maybe the running back game isn't that strong, but I see he has – how many rushing touchdowns does he have? Can you see that stat? Because I see that he's got – 7. He's got 7 rushing touchdowns. So he's good on his feet. So I don't know, man. Maybe what I see when you hear rain, cold, I see either a lot of fumbles or bad throws or things like that. So this is going to be a defensive game, and I don't know if there'll be a lot of scored.
Well, look, DJ Giddens is the running back. He had 7 touchdowns for 1,343 yards. Okay, but Avery Johnson rushed for 7 touchdowns too. He had 113 carries for 605 yards. He's averaging 5.4 yards a carry. So yeah. Avery's going to run that football this game. And if they can control the ball, right, because we talked about this as well before we started airing. Iowa State last year, how did they score? They scored from defense. They scored from turnovers. They capitalized on turnovers. One of the best scoring defenses in the nation last year. So if Avery Johnson can work on taking control and taking care of the ball and doing what he does, I mean, this team, I don't think Iowa State can move the football as good as Kansas State can. And I don't think that's a crazy take. But what I would say is defense. So Kansas State, Iowa State, right? The odds right now at FanDuel is Kansas State minus 3.5. Like I said, that line's actually moved a whole point from today. When I looked at it, I got it locked in at minus 2.5 for Kansas State. It's at minus 3.5 now with minus 102 odds. Iowa State having the money line at plus 134. But this one right here, this is what me and you was talking about. The over and under being at 50.5 points.
Yeah.
I'm pounding the under on this game, right? And why? We just talked about it, right? Weather.
Turnovers and good defense.
Turnovers, good defense, and the weather conditions in this game. You're not going to see the ball slinging through the air a lot. I mean, if it's flooding, you know that. It's anywhere you play in the country. If it's pouring raining, or if it's raining at all, you kind of get away from the pass game a little bit, right? The wind's projected to blow 8 miles an hour. You're going to get away from the pass game a little bit with the wind blowing like that. Wet footballs and rain, I don't care if you've got a robot arm on you. It just doesn't travel like it should. So, would you agree with me that the over and under at 50.5, would you take the under on this game?
Absolutely. Let me tell you why. Everything that you just said, and the last matchup, which was in 2024, November, same team, Iowa State won 29-21.
Yep.
Which is 50 points in good conditions. So
right.
That tells me right there, if they didn't even score 50.5 in good conditions, Nah, I see it being well under myself.
Yeah. So this game feels like, and not to sell Iowa State short, right? But if things are clicking and Avery holds on to this ball, I was listening to the Craney Company show today, and they kind of said this, and I was kind of feeling this in my head a little bit. They got Kansas State. They said they think that this could be somewhere around the 31-17 range. That's what Jake said. Now, when Blaine come on, he said that he thinks it's going to be somewhere around a 4-point game, 27-23, somewhere in there, which is what I want, right? I feel like that sounds right. But at the end, I don't want that because that would put you at 51 points. But when I look at this game and I'm thinking about Avery Johnson, I think that he's had a whole year. He started last year, and he's got a whole another year to develop and work on the mechanics, right? I think Kansas State wins this game, Cameron, and my prediction is that it won't be 27-24 and it won't be 31-17. I'm looking more around the range of a 27-14 type game, and I've got Kansas State winning by 13.
Yeah, that's pretty close to what I'm guessing. I'm thinking it's going to be a closer game. I'm thinking it's going to be a 24-21, maybe 28-21 game.
Maybe, possibly.
Maybe.
I mean, it sounds right.
That's
close last year.
Well, that's with me thinking that's pretty much in great conditions. So
yeah,
I don't know how they'll play this first game of the season. Every team's going through changes, but I don't see it being that big of a change, and especially with the weather. So yeah, I'm pounding the under.
So, looking at this game, Kansas State, Iowa State, I've got a 3-leg parlay that I said I would share with the listeners, and I think you're kind of in accordance. If you've got your own kind of bet that you want to throw out there, let me know when we get done. But I done a 3-leg parlay on this, right? I took Kansas State, and I got them at -2.5. That's when I called it before it jumped. But I got Kansas State -2.5, and I took the under at 50.5. And I also added in a prop to say that Avery Johnson would score 1 rushing touchdown. And just $20 on that put my odds at close to 200. So I'm not telling y'all it's a lock because y'all know how sports betting goes. But I feel pretty confident in that parlay, Cameron. What do you think about that? Do you have your own bet that you're going to roll with, or does that sound like a pretty reasonable one with you?
Yeah, that sounds reasonable. I mean, so I'm not going to put anything passing on there. I would stay away from anything passing. Yeah. It's going to be a ground and pound and short yardage. I would not bet a lot of yards. There's not going to be a lot of explosive plays. So a safe bet, you got a running quarterback. You know, you get down there, you 3rd and goal. Good chances going to him. The guy's got 5.8 yards average. So that'd be a good 3-leg parlay. What you got? I haven't put anything in or anything like that, but I'm sure I will here soon. But yeah, I mean, that's like you said, this is all just talk now. This ain't no locks to bet on. But
we're not selling our picks out here to y'all. We're just trying to give y'all what we think is going to work, and we've had some success with some things like this in the past. But I would also encourage y'all that if you're not confident in the 3-leg parlay, set individual bets on it, right? All right, so set that if you can get Kansas State to buy down to 2.5, because I don't like a 3-point spread, but if you can get it down to that 2.5, throw you 20, 30, 40 bucks, or if you got it like Bill Gates, throw 5,000 on it. I don't care. But set you a bet straight up for that game. Set you a bet straight up for the under on 50.5. Set you a bet up on just Avery Johnson rushing for 1 touchdown. Set you 3 bets up like that, then combine them all 3 together in a parlay, and that eliminates a little bit of that deficiency there if you get in the negative. If your parlay don't hit, but 2 legs out of it did, well, you could have won money off 2 of those straight bets. So that's my advice to y'all. I mean, like I said, I'm not selling picks here, so this is what I'm planning on doing with it. This is how I like to go about it, and everybody's got their own ways of doing things.
So going through a couple of other games, how do you feel about UNLV and Idaho State real quick? Just run through this.
What is the spread of that game?
26 and a half UNLV. So you know that's Dan Mullen now.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking that UNLV could possibly be the shocker team this year. I think they'll be the team that nobody's really looking at and can make waves.
So big spreads like that kind of worry me. Week 1.
Oh yeah,
right?
I wouldn't bet on it, but
we don't know about. I mean, I think UNLV will blow them out of the water, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
like
I hope
30
they do anyway.
somewhere.
I hope they do. I hope they blow them out because Brian Harsin, Auburn's coach, they fired. His son plays at Idaho State, and I wish nothing good for that family the way he left my program. So, anyway, I like Dan Mullen being at UNLV. Right, that's a sneaky little good. Get your feet back in the door, make some big plays there, get some couple good seasons back in, then get back to that big house, Dan Mullen. You always go on that, baby. We believed in you. We believed.
Yeah, I like Dan. Dan was. I mean, he coached the best team Mississippi State ever had.
They'd have never got rid of him.
Yeah, he just went on to bigger and better things.
Well,
Florida.
And really and truthfully, if we're just going to break it down, he got wrongfully fired at Florida. So take that, Gators. Take that, because you've got Sunbelt Billy now. So enjoy it. Kind of like my boy Gus, man. I still got a soft spot in my heart for Gus Malzahn. So,
what do you think about the next one, Kansas and Baylor? No, not Baylor. Sorry, Kansas and Fresno State.
Oh, Kansas. I think physically that they'll probably match Fresno State. 12.5 is a little much for me. But that money line is not worth it at 520. I'd have to go back and compare the offense and defenses from both these teams last year to see if they could match over and under on it. And that's probably all I would touch on this is the over and under.
Yeah, I'm not doing anything like that bet-wise, but I'm just looking at these games and just it's opening weekend. I'm just running through them. But so the only thing is I'm not big on they're in the Big Ten, I think, right? Or
who?
Kansas.
Big 12.
Big 12, yeah. So I watched their media days. I mean, didn't even watch much of it. I just flipped over there one day and saw it on, so I just clicked on it. And they had
Tell me how bored you are without telling me how bored you are to watch Big 12 media days.
Yeah, you are right. I was bored. So I just seen it on, clicked it on there, and they had Kansas Jayhawks.
Go ahead. What you got?
Yeah, they had Kansas Jayhawks there. And they were talking to Jalen Daniels, and they were showing highlight clips of it. And I was like, this dude can throw a ball and run. And I got just, curious. Got to looking up on X and YouTube some highlights from Jalen Daniels. I think he could be pretty good, pretty sporty. I like him.
Yeah.
But I got Kansas, blowing them out of the water on that one too.
I'll do some research on it, and then maybe we can touch back on it, next week or do like a little recap of it, But yeah,
there's 5 games on. 5 games on.
5 football games. For the love of God, relish it, boys. Football is back.
Yes.
All right.
Soak it up. Soak it in.
We got a little discussion here that we were talking about earlier. You actually sent me a clip from Brandon Walker, who I don't think is a cool guy at all. But
he's a cool guy. He's funny.
I don't.
He's funny.
Okay.
Oh my Lord.
He's
Walker's a cool guy.
He's a character, right? But it was a good discussion about things that just they had to stay quiet, and they had to sit there for as long as they could. They would play different things, and when something aggravated them bad enough, they would speak out and rant on it and why it bothers them. So me and you were talking, it was like, let's do that in the show. Let's just find one thing that bothers us, and let's just dissect it and just give a little mini rant on it, right? So I'm going to let you take the floor first on this one. I want to hear your rant and why it bothers you. And we've got a little, or just give me your rant. We've got a clip to play, and then just tell me why it bothers you so daggone bad.
I'll start it. Yeah. So my rant is the penalty on the horns down for Texas Longhorns.
Look at that guy right there. Look at that guy right there.
There's Baker doing it. So play the clip. Let them see the clip. Give them some backstory.
33-28. Next Cal possession, Webb. Chad Hansen, I'm going to say it. It's his favorite receiver, and that's a heck of a grab. 12 catches in the game, 196 yards, and 2 touchdowns.
Just a sly little, jab. Nothing to it. Very senseless. Just a fun. It's fun. Hey, we don't get mad at Ole Miss for peeing on the pylon in the corner. Just it's fun sportsmanship. You take jabs at each other. It makes for a healthy competition. And now that right there is a penalty. That is like crazy. Saying. Yeah, so that's like the Karen of the bunch. Texas is the Karen of the bunch because, we can do whatever we want to anybody else, but not Texas because, they're sensitive. Number one team in the nation, but, they're sensitive.
You know who the leader of the Karens were in that penalty? Nick Saban. He's the one that got up in the press conference and made a big deal about the horns down. Like, well, I just don't think you need to do that, period. Yeah, blah, 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 blah. Like, come on, man. Like, you didn't have an issue with your wide receiver scoring a touchdown and going down there and throwing the little crane symbol up. You didn't have an issue with that. I've seen Nick Saban throw fits over a lot more minor stuff than that. But for him to get in the press conference, anything that Nick Saban pretty much ever had, what about the Gator chalk? Yes, sir.
Everyone knows that. That's fun. If an opposing team comes in and scores a touchdown in the swamp, they're doing that. It's just fun. They get a little booed. Who cares?
Like, look. Show me on the doll where it hurts you. Show me on the doll where it hurts you.
And it's nothing. There's no noise. It's not getting the crowd pumped up. It's just, hey,
come on, man.
Look,
Brent Venables.
Is that a legitimate rant? Is that a legitimate rant? Because that is titty babies. What that is, that's freaking titty baby sensitive.
It's so whinified, right? Like you want some cheese with that little bottle of Dollar General Moscato you just went and bought. Jeez.
I can't get behind it, man. That's pitiful.
Brent Venables, he absolutely avoided the question when it was asked to him to the media. Like, are y'all just going to refrain from doing the horns down? He was like,
yeah.
What do you think?
Hey. It's just, look, it's fun. That keeps the fans kind of in the moment, hyped up, like, oh, yeah, get back at them now, It's fun competition. It's healthy. There's nothing wrong with it, man. There's nothing wrong with it.
Well, Cameron, do you know what don't get fans hyped up?
I don't know. Is that a trick question?
You know what doesn't get fans hyped up? And that's seeing a bunch of dudes making VBS like Bible hand signals to cheers. And that's exactly what Texas A&M does. And it is the most cringiest, ridiculous thing ever. And here's the clip. All right, I've seen enough of that. What are they doing? A Kids Bop commercial? What is that, guy? Like, come on, son. We're playing football. What are y'all doing?
So if you've watched that Any Given Saturday show on Netflix, they do a little behind the scenes of that. Do you know that on game days, the night before, they bring the crowd in. They bring people in, and they have practice of the motions they go through for the fans on Thursday or Friday night. Ain't that funny? I guess we have cowbells. So I guess we have cowbells. We don't get behind the practice. We know how to throw a cowbell
You know
around.
what? I went to a Mississippi State game, and that is the loudest stadium I've ever been in. Not because of the 40 people there, but because of the cowbells that they've got going. They will drum you out. And I don't.
40 cowbells, really loud.
It's super loud, right? But no, guys, look. Personally, A&M, I think that's why you will always be slated 8-4 program, because y'all do stupid crap like that, and I don't feel sorry for you. So take it off there, or Ryan Williams is going to be in every one of them guys' DMs for it's over with. Okay.
Well, all right. So we got those out of the way, but what is something that annoys you, but not bad enough to rant about? Where you're just kind of like, like that. This is where we're at. I'll give you mine. Let you think about it.
All right.
But the two things. Growing up, football has always been the same until about 5 years ago. It's kind of changed. So the kickoffs. I mean, I'm like, even Trump said it. Trump was like, what are we doing? What is this? I get it. A lot of times it's touchback or whatever. But at the same time, man, it's like, what was the purpose of – I get it. You're not getting a full head of steam going down there, but that made for entertainment. And you're playing football. And it kind of goes with the targeting. Now, I get it. You shouldn't, try to absolutely kill somebody that's not looking. But do you remember Major what's his name? Major played for Florida.
Burns?
And he was a safety, Major Burns. Yeah. You remember that highlight of where the guy was running downfield to catch the ball, and Major Burns just absolutely wrecked this guy on the sideline.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
who was it that come down there and hit Leonard Fournette on the kickoff? And it was for Alabama. Was that C.J. Mosley that come down there
maybe
and lit his world up?
Yes, and it might not have been him, but it was somebody like that. But still, that was so growing up, you always had the opportunity to play offense or defense. If you want to get the glory of being a wide receiver and catch all the touchdowns, well, you got to be strong enough to take the hit when you don't
take
make
that lick, baby. Take that lick,
right.
son.
That's right. If you're going to be glorified, you got to be able to accept the lick too. And that was kind of my thing. Why I don't agree with trying to break somebody's neck, but I want to see some hitting. Nowadays, I think wholeheartedly that Major Burns hit would be penalized now. And he might even be ejected.
Oh, he would have been for sure. Look, I got to thinking about it this end. What just it's not necessarily something about the game. It's to a team, and I'm not gonna hate on it too much because I'm really high on them this year, and you are too. But the daggum South Carolina Gamecock sound that they play every time they get a first down, it's just something in my head. It's like
the rooster,
buddy. I'm not watching Old Yeller right now. Okay, could you please turn Old McDonald had a farm off? I don't want to hear that every single time you get a first down. Which I would say that about Kentucky and the Wildcat, but they don't get a whole lot of first downs. So,
all right, I got another one for you. You froze them. Okay, you're back. All right. So, what is something, and that you can't be biased, you can't pick your home team, but what is something cool in college football that kind of you've seen it before, it kind of gets you hyped up, but it's not really super out there. A lot of people don't know about it.
Well,
I'll go first since I thought about it. I'll go first since I thought about it.
Go ahead.
Neyland Stadium, the blackout game. You seen those videos? Game?
Oh, you talking about Texas? I mean, are you talking about Tennessee? Sorry. Yes. Yeah. Blackout.
Tennessee, Neyland's blackout game. And if you haven't seen it, get on YouTube, type in Tennessee blackout game and Old Rocky Top.
Yeah, that is in the slowed version of Rocky Top when they do it right around the house.
Yeah, that gets me pumped up. I'm not even a Tennessee fan. I'm like, yes.
Gets me crunk, son. Crunk. Look, oh gosh, I'm gonna catch so much heat for this.
Put it out there.
Look, man, low key, when Alabama sings Dixieland tonight.
Yeah.
Oh man. Good. It's so good. I'm like, I hate y'all so much, but that's so good, right? So,
yeah.
All right. Well, look, we enjoyed it. This is the Friday edition of the show. Listen, lock them bets in, baby. Kansas State versus Iowa State. And dadgummit, if you're on YouTube, you like this video, you subscribe it and send it on to your buddies now. I'm tired of telling y'all.
We're not getting no views. We're going to shut it down. We're going to stop talking to our
dadgum views, guys. So send it to all you compadres. Let's make something happen here. Let's make something shake. As always, Cameron.
We need some comments in the comment section. What do y'all want to hear?
Tell us your favorite tradition in college football and what y'all like, and tell us what y'all hate. Tell us one thing that y'all can't stand. And if any of y'all say you don't like seeing the eagle fly around Jordan Hare, you're automatically getting deleted. No, I'm just kidding. So, all right. As always, Cameron, it's a pleasure, man, recording with you. Thank y'all. This has been another. Hold on, Cameron. I want to do something else real quick before I let go. Right. Tell these guys how they can look you up on X and show you a little bit of love. Give them your username to go give you a follow. Oh
yeah, let's look on X real quick. I don't even know what my username is. Username is it's at Cameron Cameron 6698. So check me out. I've been posting a lot of stuff. Me and Bryce have been sharing a lot of football content, and we get on there and we chat it up. So come like me, come follow me, and we'll chat and we'll keep up on there. So.
Yep. This is my X name on there is XX Bryce BRYCE _T. So give us a follow. We'll see y'all next time. This has been an episode of The Common Fan.
You've been listening to The Common Fan. See y'all next time. Same tailgate.